After all, a 22-year-old's observations on living and passing through, by Joel Holland. Copyright 2019. All rights reserved. No part of this may be reproduced, distributed, or transmitted in any form or by any means, including photocopying, recording, or other electronic or mechanical methods without the prior written permission of the author, except in the case of brief quotation embodied in critical reviews and certain other non-commercial uses permitted by copyright law. Hey you! Thank you for holding these pages in your hands. Thank you for opening the pages and taking in these words. Depending on who you are, the odds are pretty favorable that you inspired some of them. I'm grateful to be able to share this collection with each of you. In case you're thinking it too, it should be noted that some have asked me if the title of this collection is arrogant, and whether, after all, might try to suggest that in just 22 years I have come to grasp the full weight of time and the fragility of life. On the contrary, the hope is that there would be a humility in the theme threaded throughout this collection that says, I continue to learn what a gift it is to continue to learn. In his earlier years, Mark Strand was accused of writing like he was at the end of his life, and I don't claim to be the poet he was, although you may find in my lines inspiration from him, among others. But I refuse to believe you should have to wait until you're close to death to start reflecting on life. For one thing, I can't pretend to know how much time I have left. So the arrogant thing, it seems, would be to assume that I still have decades left ahead of me. Sure, it seems counterintuitive for my first public collection of poems to be oriented toward the end, but my hope is that this overarching perspective helps orient my reflections back toward an intentional present. I've heard it said that in many collections, the entire collection is the final poem. As I restructured and ordered these pieces, that was one of my goals. In other words, if this collection holds 30 poems, my hope is that the 31st would be the collection itself. This series of reflections that I've worked and reworked has not only reflected much of my journey thus far, but has also become a serious part of it. These lines bring moments of my life, those dear to me, and dreams under observation, seeing the beauty, reality, and responsibility it is to be alive. While many of these are pulled from direct experiences, one particular poem, which I could not for the life of me remove from this collection, portrays the passing of someone's grandfather. All 4 of my own grandparents at the time of this writing are alive and well. In fact, my 97...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?